Hey everyone. Well, it's finally spring here in Calgary, and I, like everyone else right about now, am so happy about that I just want to be outside every minute that I can. It's actually a chilly day today, but it's sunny. You can see the blue sky behind me, and but it's windy, so hopefully the audio is okay on this. What I thought I'd do for this video is sort of show you what the outside of the house looks like now that all the snow's melted, and maybe go over some of the things, some of the little projects that I want to do, some of the work that I have been doing outside here. So I'm going to flip you around, and we will just go over what it looks like out here. So one of the first things I did was I put this little table out here. It's actually, this top isn't wood, it's actually plastic. And what I do is I bring some of the stools out here, and I sit out here and enjoy the sun at the end of the day after work. It's been awesome, and I've really enjoyed that. So that's been good. One of the things that I would like to do is repaint the steps. I was never really that crazy about the color that I painted. I chose brown. It wasn't my favorite, but it looked good on the strip. Like so many things, it looked good in the store. But I'm going to definitely repaint that this year. Maybe a darker brown, maybe a cream color. The cream would get dirty. Anyways, that's sort of the plan that I want to do. I don't know if I ever showed you my little mailbox. I got this off of Amazon, and it's so cute. One of the things I have been doing, one of the projects that I've been working on, is getting more gravel put down here. I'm on to 5 bags, and I think I need at least another 5. One of the things that I really had a problem with in the wintertime, especially when the weather would get warm, we'd have a Chinook, which we have in Calgary, and things would melt, and then they would freeze again, and then they would melt again, and it got really muddy around here, and which was really gross. So I need to build that up. I'm gonna put a few more of these little stepping stones embedded in there. So I really need to do that. I need to add more gravel. There's still lots that needs to go here, but the birds are liking the bird feeders. Oh look, there's a bird right now, and that's been kind of nice. So I did bring out my lawn chairs, or a couple of my chairs, and just set up a little seating area here for when I want to sit in the shade. It's been really quite nice. Again, it's too windy to really enjoy it today, which is unfortunate, but really like having a place that's an outdoor space. Really, the space that will be probably ultimately used for these chairs is this side yard that I have. And one of the things, this was a real mess when I moved in last year. It was just full of crap, really. The house, the trailer that was here before I moved in had actually been torn down, and there was a lot of debris in the back here and all through here. So I had to do a lot of cleanup, and that tree looks really sad, but oh well. And another thing that was here was an old fire pit, and it was dug down, and there was broken cement blocks and everything. Actually, they're all over here. And one of the projects this spring is to get rid of all of this. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put it though. So, and this still is, you can see how messy that is. So one of the things I did was the other day I went and picked up a couple bags of compost and some soil and some birdseed, some grass seed. And so I've seeded that, and I've been watering back here. And the grass is starting to actually get green. You probably can't tell that, but it is. And that's been kind of nice. Hello. So yeah, and this is what the front step looks like. Again, I'm going to paint that up and get it looking a little nicer. But back here is just, you know, I had at one point had thought that I would use the space for a seating area, but it's kind of damp back here, and that's really not very attractive. The neighbor's crap is not very attractive. So, you know, I don't use this space other than just to walk around the house. One of the things I did have to put in was this mesh sort of yard fencing, and I wove it through the bushes all the way around because their dog, it's a beautiful dog, but when this lot was empty, the dog was used to wandering over to this yard and crapping, and continued to do that after I moved in. So I really needed to do something to put a stop to that, and this really worked. So that's what we did. And then I found this little sort of screen thing to hide, again, the crap that's back there. So yeah, but it works, and that's really all that matters, because it's not like the dog wasn't a nice dog. I just didn't want him crapping in my yard. So anyways, so there's the sprinkler I have for the other side. I've just got a second hose, and I bought this little splitter thing today so that I could have one hose for the back and one hose for the front when I water my grass out here. Now the sod that they laid for me when I moved in took really well last year. The grass did really well, and it was really nice of them to do that at the park because they didn't have to, and I certainly didn't pay for it. But it's so nice to have that grass, and as you can see, it makes it look like the house has always been here, or at least has been here for a long period of time. So that's been really nice. So it's nice having the two sprinklers and not having to haul the hose back and forth. I do like that when I had the fellow build my shed underneath the gooseneck, that he also, and when they laid the sod, they also made sure that there was gravel around there. So yeah, I've added more gravel here because there was a divot there, and it fills up with water when it rains. And I just need to continue to add gravel here, fill this up a bit, and make it nice. Yeah, so really that's all that I mean, I'd like to plant some flowers. I mean, I don't know where I'd plant some flowers. Maybe I'll do some boxes, planting beds. I'm not sure about that. I think that this side yard here would be perfect for planting some vegetables. I'm not much of a green thumb. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not much of a green thumb, though I'm doing a hell of a job, if I do say so myself, with my indoor plants. They are coming along very nicely. But exterior plants, outdoor gardening, actual real gardening, I don't have the green thumb that my mom and my dad did. I didn't inherit that. So, but I think it would be nice to have maybe some raised beds or a couple of big planter boxes that I could plant, I don't know, some lettuce, some green onions, you know, I don't, tomatoes, maybe a little cherry tomato or Roma tomato plant or two. Things like that would be really nice because there is a nice space over there, and it gets a lot of sun in the afternoon, so it could be the perfect spot for something like that. But yeah, other than that, there's not a lot that I'm gonna do. I don't own the spot. I don't plan on being here for a long period of time, maybe another year. I would say another year would be about it. So I'm just going to do a few cosmetic things, make things a little bit nicer for when I walk from the car to the house, by laying the gravel, get myself a nice little place to sit outside and maybe have a meal. That would be nice. I do think that having the seating area over here is going to be nice because I can even maybe, I mean, it's possible that I could even have one of those gas fire pits back there. Oh, my hair looks good today, doesn't it? One of those gas fire pits out here, which would be kind of nice. This is the perfect spot to sit in the evening, especially when I have my umbrella out, because if it gets too sunny, I can have a little bit of shade, but it's sheltered and it's private. And maybe I can string some lights from one of the trees over to the awning above my door. My camera work is exceptional today, as you will see. But yeah, I mean, I'm really fortunate that I have an outdoor space and that I have some place where I can sit and relax. So I'm going to make the best of it this summer, especially since it doesn't sound like we're going to be able to be out and about like we were this time last year. And the summer is probably still going to involve a lot of this physical social distancing, and having a space to sit outside will be nice. And if they relax things a bit, then I can even have my boys over, as long as we're sitting far enough apart and they don't go into the house, and they're boys, so if they need to pee, they can just pee over there. We won't tell anybody. But that's only if they tell us that that's okay. Right now, I have not been seeing them, other than to drop food off to them, and then maybe yell across a driveway to say hello. I do miss them, and I'm hoping that things can calm down a little bit and we can spend some time together outside. That would be good. That's the video. I just kind of wanted to give you a walk around the house from the outside so you can see what it looks like. I've been doing a lot of cleanup, raking and watering, and making sure the birds have lots to eat so that they come by and say hi. I hope you're doing well. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to either leave them in the comments below or on Instagram. I'm at My Big Tiny House Life on Instagram, so if you have any questions, please just send me a message there. I will answer them in another video. Happy to answer any questions below that you have. And I guess I will see you next week.